For recording.
All right, Jessica, now we'll need you to pull up your presentation on.
How do I do that? I didn't do a presentation. I didn't do a slideshow. I just done the.
You can pull your Word document up on your computer and then
I've got it pulled up right here. Now, how do I?
On Zoom on your computer, click share screen and then. You have to be logged into the meeting on your computer.
And what's the number again?
I always log in through Blackboard. It's the meeting IDs 961-6947.
Hold on. 961
6947
6947
2424.
242. I've got so much junk pulled up. Do I do join with video?
Yes, but turn your sound off though, otherwise it'll echo.
Recording in progress. Yeah.
Okay, now on that, you should be able to share your screen. There you go.
Hold on, I gotta move you guys around. So. Okay, so the movie that I chose to do was the Exorcism. Is that how you say it? Of Emily Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did you guys think about it? Like the title, I think the title makes you think that it's going to be one way, like you're going to see something, and then the movie takes you in a totally different direction. To me, I think the title kind of makes you think that you're going to be watching something other than what you're watching. And then the director was Scott Dickerson. He's best known for directing The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Sinister, Deliver Us from Evil, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I was going to say it's part horror movie, part courtroom drama, right?
Yes, the genre. Yes, well, yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Composer, the music in this. It was I wrote down on my notes. The sound, it had a lot of humming and like vibration instead of music, and loud piano and like haunting kind of like piano. And the composer of that was Christopher Young. for horror and film movies. Some of the movies he done was Hellraiser, Species, Urban Legend, The Grudge, and of course the Exorcism of Emily Rose. Drag Me to Hell, Sinister, Deliver Us from Evil, and Pet Cemetery.
Cemetery.
Oh shoot, Cemetery. There were a lot of people in the movie, but like the main actors. First, of course, was Jennifer Carpenter, who played Emily Rose. She's also known for playing Deborah Morgan in the Showtime series Dexter. She earned the Saturn Award in 2009 for that show. She played in the series on CBS called Limitless. She also plays the lead role in the NBC drama The Enemy Within as Erica Shepherd. So you can see her on. She does more TV shows and series and things, and has small parts in movies, but she had the main role in this movie. Well, it was about her. Then one of the next main ones was Tom Wilkerson. He was the priest, Father Moore. I don't know where his stuff went to. But anyways, he played the father. He played Father Moore in the movie. And then he has also played in The Name of the Father, Sense and Sensible, The Full Moon, Shakespeare in Love. He played in Rush Hour. I didn't know that. The Patriot, In the Bedroom, Girl with the Pearl Earring, so on and so on. You can see the rest that he's played in. He's been in quite a bit. Batman Begins. I didn't know that. He's played in a lot of movies, a lot of horror movies, it looks like. The Best Extra, Exotic, Marigold Hotel. I've never heard of that. The Green Hornet, that was a funny movie, wasn't it? Wasn't Green Hornet a funny movie?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought so. Kind of stupid, but funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Seth Rogen.
Yes. And then we have Laura Lenny. She played Aaron in the movie, the lawyer of Father Moore. She's received several awards, including 2 Golden Globe Awards and 4 Primetime Emmy Awards. She's been nominated for 3 Academy Awards and 5 Tony Awards. She made her film debut with a mirror role in Lorenzo's Oil and went on to receive an Academy Award nomination for the dramas You Can Count on Me, Hensley, and The Savages. And then here's some films that she played in. Her other films include Primal Fear, The Truman Show. I didn't know she played in that. Majestic River and Love Actually. The Squirrel and the Whale, The Nanny Diaries. Hyde Park on Hudson, Miss Holmes, Sully, and what's that word? Nocturnal Animals. And then Scott Campbell, he was the one that played I don't understand. I'm missing some pieces on here. Scott Campbell, he was the one that, let me see in my notes, because I'm missing some stuff. Let's see, Scott Campbell, let me look him up. He played, oh yes, Ethan. Okay. He wasn't in it that much. He didn't play in the movie that much. So I guess that's why I don't really know much about him. Let's look on here. Has everybody saw this movie? Watched it once upon a time? Once before or anything? What is he in this movie? Ethan. Can anybody answer that? No. I can't either. Well, on to the next.
He plays Ethan Thomas.
Yes. See, he's not in the movie a lot, is he? Where I'd have more of him on here.
He's the lawyer. He's the prosecutor.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's the lawyer. All right. So yeah, he plays all through the movie. Well, he's also he's had roles included in Steve Dunn's in the Shingles, Mark Usher in House of Cards. He's played Richard Park in The Amazing Spider-Man and in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I didn't know that about him. And then Josh Close. He is the friend of Emily's, the only friend that she has. And he's the one that was there that saw her go into one of her convulsions, or he was one of the only ones that seen her take one instead of her family.
Yes, you will need to share your screen again for us.
Oh, Lord. No, wrong thing. I'm sorry, I'm not good with this techno stuff. There we go. The lawyer don't believe at all in they all believe, like the doctors call it out, that she's not possessed, that she's epileptic, and he's not buying it. He thinks that she's just crazy like everybody else does, except for her close people around her and of course the father. And then Josh Close is, like I said, her friend. One of the only ones that's seen her take one of those spells. And then I believe that the twist in the story was when Dr. Cartwright, Dan Cartwright, a witness to, he was in the room when the father done the exorcism on Emily, and he was in the room and they audio recorded back then and everything that happened during the exorcism. And he was in the room, and I think that's when the twist come, when he said that he would be a witness on the stand during the trial for the father. And when he gave the little tape recorder to Aaron, the lawyer, and they played it. They played it in court. They played what was said and stuff, what happened. Do you guys believe in it? Do you believe in that can really happen? Like a thought like that can really make you go into.
Personally, no, I'm not one for the idea of possession. There's never been really like a fruitful case of it. They ruled in this actual, like in the real life case of this, that she was just an epileptic schizophrenic and that she was having a lot of issues, and there was no real evidence for possession, as they determined that was they determined that was not admissible evidence in court, her being possessed, quote unquote, which, that doesn't really, stand in court anyway. Like possession and the supernatural don't hold up in a legal sense, so they really just disregarded that part of the trial. I remember whenever this was like still a thing, because my mom would talk about it all the time.
What, that she thought it was bullcrap and stuff, or that she believed in it?
Well, my mom's very spiritual, so she believed that she actually was possessed, and I'm like, you're ridiculously crazy right now. Which I'm glad that they did get the verdict that they came to, because I really could only see that being the only possible outcome. I mean, it's not like she's gonna get any reprieve at all. I would have given the same verdict.
Well, it's not like he'd done anything. He didn't kill her, did he? I don't believe that he killed her.
Well, there's a difference between directly killing somebody and allowing, it to happen.
Right, it to be done. Exactly. I like the outcome of it too. Yeah.
What did you want to say, Kyle?
I think she was possessed.
There you go.
I believe in all that stuff. Big time. Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you ever?
I thought that the biblical name she named was like a little too specific for it to just be like schizophrenia.
I've done a lot of research on that stuff, and I don't know, my religion and everything. I think it's possible.
That's cool. I've never really looked up like anything up on it or read up about it. Maybe I will then.
Who was it who said the name she listed off were pretty specific?
Oh yeah, there's 6.
Was that you, Olivia?
No, it was Kaylee.
Kaylee, what? Tell us about that.
I just think unless she was familiar with the Bible, then that was very odd for her to say, name all those biblical figures and say that was the same demon that possessed her. That was just scary to me.
You know what? I didn't even know. That was the first time that I caught that. They are all biblical, aren't they? It's Cain, Nero, Judas, Legend, Lucifer. That's crazy. I didn't know. I just now put 2 and 2 together when you said that.
Which only out of the 2 of those are either of them demonic, which is weird that she would have gotten possessed by those, because Cain is the first murderer. Nero is a judicial demon. Judas is the betrayer of Jesus. Legion is more of an ideal and a concept. Belial is the great liar, and Lucifer is the fallen angel and the
Oh,
light
yeah,
bringer. It's weird. I do think it was weird that she named off specific names. However, it would be more weird if she were to name off the actual princes of hell rather than, famous figures from the Bible, because these are ones that are very common throughout. I mean, one of the first things we hear about is, the fall of Lucifer and, the war with God and his great fall to hell. So that is very common knowledge, and so is a lot of this. But if she were to name like Asmodeus, Azazel, Alomea, people like that, like the actual princes of hell, it would give more credence to her being actually possessed rather than her just being insane, because a lot a lot of the times with schizophrenia, and this was like researched because of people like Jeanne d'Arc, because she thought that she was hearing the voice of God and all kinds of stuff whenever she went to go defend Saint Orleans in France. But it just turns out that she was very mentally ill. But of course, at that time there was no procedure to test it, which they did with Emily, or her real name, because they changed it.
Yeah.
That,
What was her real name? Anna something.
I don't know what they changed it from, but
Annalise Michael.
Yes.
Yeah. But it just, and she obviously is in a pseudo-religious household, or so it seems, because the first thing her parents do is, like, I don't know, she seems kind of like demonically possessed,
Well, they were real, her parents were real spiritual, weren't they?
yeah.
Already.
So it would make sense for her to know about famous figures in religious texts. So, and whenever you're schizophrenic, your brain tries to make sense of everything through the total accumulative knowledge you have in your brain. So it can literally be anything. And I think that's just what it was just spurts of insanity out of her.
There was some scenes. Oh, I'm so sorry. There were some scenes in here, different angles of the camera. Really, of course, there's going to be a lot of movement and stuff with her as she's been doing her thing and whatever. But the one that popped out at me was when Father Moore was running away from that evil spirit, and the camera was like right under his face, and you could see like the fear and the tension and all that on his, where it was so close, like it was like legitly like right under his neck, on his face. Did anybody else see anything different with how they use the cameras in different placements? That's the only one that caught my eye, honestly.
I like the scene where they're in Emily's bedroom pretty close to the beginning of the movie, and the guy's like in the bed, and he looks down and she's in the floor and she's contorted up in that position, like
Yes, exactly. And he don't know what to do when he's looking at her like that.
Man,
he looks
imagine,
at her like, Lord have mercy.
all of y'all imagine that.
No.
Being in that
Would
position.
be wild.
Yeah.
That's whenever I kick a child.
Get up and act right, isn't it?
Personally, I think a lot of horror movies I think a lot of horror movies are just dumb in a non-rational sense, because it's just like they choose every wrong decision, and this movie is no exception. Like if I had seen a child or anything come running really the way that she did, I'd be like, no, shotgun, not gonna deal with that.
What if that's your child?
Shotgun.
That was kind
Bold of you to assume I like children in the first place. I'll football punt a kid before I get possessed.
Oh, Lord.
I respect that. I really do.
I mean, same logic applies to zombie movies. Oh, my kid got bit and turned. I'm gonna care after that. Why? Kill them. They ain't your kid no more.
They're a zombie, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't understand. Like, after she had after they done the first exorcism on her, and she went back to her room and fell into a deep sleep and all that, and it didn't work. I don't understand why she wanted him to. Why they done it again to try to do it. They done it again and it killed her. She ended up losing her life over it. I don't understand why they kept on. Well, I guess where they were so religious and they really thought she was possessed. I guess that's why they went on and done it a second time. I don't know. I just think it's the first time, if it didn't work, I would have left it be. And just kept, I guess, doing what the doctor said. But I don't know. I don't really believe in it. I don't believe in being possessed. So I'm biased. I'll look at it in a different way.
Well, historically speaking, with Christianity, possession has always been more of a Catholic thing.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess Protestants believe in possession, but they don't believe in exorcisms and things like that. Like, you don't see a Baptist preacher going around exorcising demons. That goes against Protestant doctrine for the most part. Even for Catholics, it's kind of it's part of the distant past. It's one of those things that they like to kind of only do as a last resort. Because there has been so many advancements in modern psychology, especially with like as Will was talking about with schizophrenia and stuff. So
Yeah.
You have to go through a big elaborate bureaucratical process to even get an exorcism approved by the head figures in the church. So you have to prove that the person's possessed, that they have proof, like can they speak other languages that they would otherwise never know, things of that nature. Like I think in this movie she was speaking Hebrew and Aramaic and Latin and everything.
Yeah, she was speaking all kinds of languages.
Yeah. Especially like Aramaic, which is the dead language of the Sumerians. Like that was what threw me off the most, like while watching this movie, because I know a bit of Sumerian, but not enough to like do anything with. I can read a little bit of Sumer, but other than that, this really was just trippy for me, because I can understand a host of other languages. I just can't really speak them well. And I would be really screwed if I ever had schizophrenia, because my first language was German. So I know that somewhere in the recesses of my mind. And so it's like, oh, he's speaking German. He doesn't know that language. I'm like, yeah, I do, but I'm just schizophrenic. Please don't kill me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's very interesting how they go about exorcism. And back to what Mr. Yeager said, about a Baptist preacher giving an exorcism. I'm like, I doubt they even know the Latin to read, like the Omnus Spiritus Vela Harma, like the whole, anti-possession passage.
Some might, but most probably
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really Latin is really a Catholic thing, which is weird. There's so much just like sectionality to one religion. It's just hard to keep track of it all.
Kyle, you said earlier that you believe in possession and stuff. Have you went to like a Protestant church or Catholic church?
Like, did I grow up going to one, or have I been to one?
Or have you? Yeah, what kind of church did you grow up in?
Oh, I grew up Free Will Baptist.
Mm.
I believe
That's totally different.
I believe very strongly in the fact that there are beings out there and we have no idea what they're capable of, regardless of Catholic, just Free Will Baptist, New Life, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in. I think that it happens. I mean, I don't know how it happens. I can't explain the being beyond it, but I believe that anyone can be possessed.
Kyle, since you believe in that, do you believe like in the coincidences of like the 3 o'clock thing in the movie, like where she wakes up at 3 o'clock, where her Aaron's watch stops at 3 o'clock, where, yeah. I believe.
Isn't 3 o'clock
yeah.
the witching hour?
Yes,
Yeah.
the witching hour, yes.
That's what I thought it was called. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe in all that stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's just I always have. I believe that movie, like, I don't know. You can say what you want with it, but like the Exorcism, the original movie, The Exorcist, whatever it's called, and then the Poltergeist, like everybody getting hurt or killed after filming, during filming. Like, I don't think that's just a coincidence. I think everything happens for a reason, whether it be religious or not. But I believe that, I believe it's definitely possible.
There was some incidents on set even for this movie that were kind of uncanny.
Huh?
You know,
I know that.
yeah, just like Kyle mentioned, like with The Exorcist, like there was the 70s one, like there was lots of strange things happening on set. There was for this movie too.
Where are they? I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I've got to go, Mr. Yeager.
See you next week, Will, for Midsummer.
Yeah, sorry I gotta leave early, but I enjoyed this class, and we'll resume this debate, I'm sure, another time.
And Midsummer's next, Will. So we'll see.
Okay.
Greatest horror film of all time.
I will.
Honestly, I really do believe Midsommar is the greatest horror film of all time. I wish I'd done that instead of Jurassic Park, honestly.
You've probably done better than me, bub.
You done really good.
Carly's doing Midsummer.
I don't do just the mental. Like, that's something that could actually happen to somebody.
Right. You would have got down to reality, it being actual reality of the act.
Yeah, like, I don't know, that movie, it freaks me out. Midsommar freaks me out bad because that could really happen to any girl. Like, she could literally be drove mentally insane by a group of people. Like how they comfort her. I know this isn't the movie we watched, but I don't know. That movie gives me chills every time I watch it.
Mr. Yeager, did you watch the new Halloween?
I'm going to this weekend.
It's so good, dude.
I wish that one was was the Halloween that I took instead of 3. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm going to see it this weekend. I'm going to go to one of those Alamo draft houses to watch it. So
What's that?
they have these theaters in Virginia. I'm going to go see a friend of mine in Virginia. They're called Alamo Draft House. Like you can go to the theater and order food and order beer and all kinds of stuff.
I
Oh,
always wanted to
that's
go to
where
one of those,
it's
and I've never been.
Yeah.
What's it called again? I need to look that up so I can remember that one day.
The Alamo Draft House.
Alamo.
Draft House.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. A lot of people complained about it and like they didn't like the plot.
The 2018 one was better.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think just they directed this one, like, I don't know, the filming and the directing and like the storyline and just how he acts in this film is so different from any horror film I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's really gory and brutal.
Like it's in my opinion, it's the greatest slasher film I've ever seen.
But Jamie Lee Curtis is not in it as much as I would like.
Yeah, I'm not,
Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you. It's really good. A lot of people didn't like it, but it is really good.
Yeah, I've already heard that they bring the doctor back from the 70s one. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, well, it was, I don't know, it was interesting. It was a different spin, I guess, sort of from what you're used to. Maybe.
I don't think it's really Dr. Loomis, but he kind of looks like him.
I don't know. I want to hear your opinion on it after you watch it, because I want to see if you're one of the people that wasn't happy with it, or if you were one of the people that was really impressed by it. Because I was really impressed by it.
I'll let you know next week.
Sounds good.
Sorry to interrupt that stuff, but did anybody know anything about the real Emily Rose, the Annalise Mitchell? Does anybody know anything about her?
You can actually look up her possession tape on YouTube.
No way.
Yeah,
She
like
was
they
German.
don't.
I do know that she was German.
I thought
They
she
don't-
was Hispanic.
Well,
Oh,
on one side it told me German, so I don't know.
I'm not sure. They do have the tape, not a videotape, but an audio tape. They record it so like you can hear like all the noises she makes.
Oh my gosh.
All this
Can
stuff.
you?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
And you can hear those voices?
Yep. It's pretty wild.
No way.
Pretty wild stuff.
Okay, that's all I have for the show. I don't even know. Do you all still even see my whiteboard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, down below is the question. So I didn't know if you wanted me to show you that or not.
Yeah, scroll down to them.
And then I just asked about the biblical night. I didn't even know it was biblical. But the 6 names that was dwelling inside of Emily. And then the second one, what was the time the father Moore said was the demonic witching hour, like you were talking about, Kyle. So you should know number 2. There's your answer, number 2. And do you believe that Emily was really possessed with demons, or are you on the side with the doctor saying that she was just epileptic and things like that? Number 4, what do you take out of Erin finding the charm in the snow with the right initials and everything on it, everything belonging to her, or, coincidentally being her exact initials? And do you believe that this can really be possible? If so, do you believe in exorcisms? That is a hard word.
Yeah, we've touched on a few of these already. I just want to ask a question to all of you guys. Like, what do you think of this film in general? Do you think this one was pretty scary? I mean,
No,
awesome.
not really. Not
didn't
too scary.
You didn't think so?
I thought it was different than other horror films, especially from that time frame. And I liked it. It was different.
Did you like the courtroom drama part of it?
Yeah, because like she said, when I went to watch it, I did not think that it would be court hearings. I thought, it would
No, I didn't either. That's what I was meaning by the title gave me a totally different impression of what the movie was going to be about.
as
Yeah, I
any-
like that. I like that part of it. It kind of raises the questions about like that Jessica's raising here, right? About do you think they're real? Is it possible? Or is it psychology? Like I think that's a interesting part of the film. It makes us ask these questions.
Do you know if there's been any real court cases where possession was like a valid argument?
The Conjuring 3.
Yeah, but in The Conjuring 3, I think he was still proven guilty for the murder.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said basically like possession and exorcism and saying that demons like wasn't a valid point in why he murdered that guy.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Those are the two cases, I think, where they tried to argue the argument that it was because of demonic possession. Kyle, since you mentioned that you're believe in this type of thing, right? Does these kind of movies scare you more than, do you think?
See, now you would think that, but not really. Like, I don't. Okay, I can watch possession movies, no problem. I can watch any possession movie, and I can see whatever happened in it. Flop in the sky, bones start cracking. It doesn't bother me at all. But I can't watch slasher films at all. Those are the ones that scare me to death. I got an actual phobia of being stabbed. It's like my biggest fear in the world. So like I watched the Halloween movie and it was really good, but it scares me to death. Like I freak out every time I watch it. I can't watch any like the Friday the 13th, Friday the 3rd, or Nightmare on Elm Street, stuff like that. It all creeps me out.
You think the gore is just what gets you on those?
No, it's just the actual thought of being stabbed by somebody. Like it's like my biggest fear in the world. I do like people like at work, dude. I'll be working and like my coworkers will walk up to me with a razor blade and just like stick it near me to see how bad I freak out. Like it really, it stresses me out to no end. It really does.
It's messed up.
No, they really do. We'll be talking. They'll pull a razor, like they'll put their box cutter out and put it to my side without the blade out, and I'll freak out every time.
Sometimes I'll take nail files and go, yes, and it gets really scared.
I can't stand sharp stuff, dude. A pencil, anything. I don't like sharp stuff. If you can stab me with it, I'm not a fan of it.
I don't know if I told you guys, but the verdict at the end of the movie for Dr. Moore, they found him guilty of negligent homicide, but then, of course, in true Hollywood fashion, they had a little bit of twist up and the jury wanted to go on and give him, and the judge wanted to give him time served. So I just want to throw that in there real quick. I didn't know if I had told you or not what the outcome of the movie was with the judge or with the father.
Yeah, I think the Catholic Church actually made Annalise Michael a saint after this. So I don't know if you guys know about Catholics and saints and what all that entails, but they actually did make her a saint in real life.
What Will said made sense, but I don't understand how she had epilepsy and schizophrenia for a while before the incident. She had a boyfriend and friends, and then it just came out of nowhere, and she's acting like this all of a sudden.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if that's a flare up or what, but it don't seem like.
Yeah, she seemed to live a pretty normal life, right? Until
She
all that
went to
went down.
college.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It just don't add up.
Well, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not the best of the best, but I hope you guys enjoyed what we talked about today.
You done really good.
Well, thank you.
Jessica, I don't know if you had like I can't remember if you knew the medicine in the movie. I think
Oh,
it's called-
yeah, I don't know what it's called either.
Starting with a
I'll
G.
find
yeah, it was like Game of Patrol, and I had
Yes.
I looked it up to because I was kind of curious, like if that
What
was
it
a real
was.
medicine, how it affects the brain and stuff. But it was actually a made up medication that they made up for the film.
Oh, it's a fake
psycho-
medicine.
Yeah, and the like the psychotic disorder that they like ruled that she had, it wasn't real either.
Huh.
Like I think it's real in a sense, but like they had to give it a different name because of like copyright.
Copyrights. That's what I was about to ask. Wonder if they done it because of the copyright situation.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
That's
About
cool.
the
That's
film.
like in Mulan Drive or that,
Mulholland Drive. Yeah.
yeah, that one, shoot. They're all running together on me. What's it called? What's the road that they're on? It's not really the name of it, but in real life, it's different just because they had to change it up so that they wouldn't get in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Me and Kyle listened to the audio, and there's no way that was schizophrenia.
Nah, bro, that's not schizophrenia. I don't care what you got wrong with you. You're not doing this.
Yeah, the audio is pretty creepy.
No, you are not doing this.
What's it under? I want to listen.
You have to go on YouTube and type in Annalise Michael X.
YouTube.
Mr. Yeager, could you pull it up and bring it up on YouTube real quick and show us?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Ah, dude, yeah.
Dude, it's so creepy. Like it, oh God, I got chills listening to that.
That's not epilepsy either.
No, whatever she's doing, that ain't schizophrenia.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I believe in like all this like paranormal like demons and like there's no way that it like I mean you know that many languages. Like there's just no way that it's not.
I'm about to go home and bathe in holy water after
Yeah.
listening to that.
The movie was like she took classes with those languages taught, but there's no way she took all those classes.
I don't care.
Right.
Yeah, there's something wrong there. That does not sound like a human being.
And I don't think that if you're having a episode that
Oh,
you can come out with all of those different languages and make complete sentences out of
Yeah, that's
all.
what I'm saying. There's no way.
Or been like that.
Right.
Plus, I don't think people really understand. Like, it's a 10-minute audio clip. To sit there and strain, you have to make a noise like that on your own. You have to strain your body intensely and like try to make that noise with everything in you. So to do that for a solid 5 to 10 minutes straight, nonstop, and you can hear her banging against the table, you're not doing that for that long. Being a human, I don't care who you are.
Hey, Jessica, stop your screen share if you would.
Do I do stop video?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she was a dog.
That's true story. That's all based on true story. It was her mom.
Did your arm, don't your arm launch like escape? Okay, you're good. I swear to God, it
Launch
was on the news.
Oh,
in the movie.
No.
In the movie, she escaped. Oh God. Ugh. I'm putting my hood on. It'll be getting my brain.
Cover your ears, Kyle.
from the movie.
No.
It's from the movie.
Can you hear Mr. Yeager?
Yeah.
We can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
You have to click that share audio thing on your,
You taking on
we figured it out the other day. It's on the Zoom thing. You gotta click on something, click share audio.
Let me see. Oh, gotcha.
Somebody stole.
This goes on for like 50 minutes.
One we listened to was like 10 minutes and it just had her screaming like, menacing at the top of her lungs. It was weird.
Now, is that a different language right there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can hear her straining her whole body just to get those words out. There's no way you can do that for 50 minutes straight without passing out.
If you read the comments while she's crying.
Now hearing stuff like this does freak me out. It's the real audio. It's not a movie.
Right.
So that's actually freaky. Junk, bro. Listen to this.
Yeah, those growls and
Yeah.
that deep voice. Right?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like you have to put a lot of effort to just do that.
If you fast forward, I bet you'll get to the part where she's like, I don't know, it's just really.
I don't know. It was the video we watched. It was like the first 2 minutes of it. It was really creepy.
Which one did you watch?
When type in, it's called Annalise Michael Exorcism audio tapes. And it'll say long version, and it's 10 minutes and 21 seconds. Right there, that one. And it's like, I think it was like 2 minutes in, maybe.
Wer bist du? Judas.
Nein.
Fleischmann.
Oh ja, ich muss jetzt gehen.
In die Hölle.
Oh ja.
Und du weißt noch, was du zu sagen hast?
Yeah, that's what she actually looked like before all
Oh
that.
my
was done.
God.
That's what I'm
How
saying,
does a
dude.
female like that get that much rasp in her voice?
I don't know, dude. That's bone chilling. It makes me freak.
I don't know.
You
Have
would
you guys
run
ever?
out of breath.
That's
Most
what I'm
people would
saying. Yeah,
run
you
out
could
of
not do
breath.
that for that long. There's no way you could physically do that.
I don't know, guys. Have you ever heard Jersey girls talk? That's how they sing.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's funny.
Makes my skin crawl.
I don't know, I think you just have to think outside of the box when it comes to stuff like this.
It all comes down to what you believe in, really. But oh god,
It may not even be that, it's just, there's some stuff that's just not, it's just unexplainable. It's just beyond us. I think that there is stuff beyond us.
Yeah, I know that as far as like horror films go, the exorcism genre has become its own genre. I mean, there's so many of these things, that you can watch now.
That's wild. I didn't know that you could hear her do that. That's got me freaked out. Because I didn't believe in, like, not that I didn't believe, because I know anything's possible, but to hear it, I've never heard one. So,
Yeah, the Conjuring films are loosely based on real events as well. So
Dude, the audio at the end of the second one, oh god. When she's talking like that old man, there's no way a little girl can make that noise. There's no way. It's not physically possible for a little child to do that.
at the end of the Conjuring 2.
Yeah, like in the after credits, whenever they played the actual audio from them recording it.
Yeah, the second one is my favorite of the.
It's my favorite too. I think it's the best one.
Genre is spelled Genre.
I think it was the scariest one.
Yeah, I do too. I thought the first one was kind of overrated, but I really
I did too. I laughed at the first one. I didn't find it I didn't find it really scary, and then I watched it a second time, and it was a lot scarier than the first time. Oh, the scene where the scene that got me the most that made it like scary in the first one was towards the end.
Yeah.
Whenever she's like sticking out of the floorboard, and she says Bathsheba, or like she yells her name, she's like Bathsheba, and then that girl, like her head turns and it's the actual face of like the demon, or like Bathsheba, I guess, her possessed, and it was just, I don't know, that freaked me out when it wasn't the mom's face.
Yeah, there's some freaky moments in this movie, like the scene where she lists off all the demons and they're out in the barn, right? And all the crazy stuff goes down. That's a pretty intense scene.
They made a lot of money off this movie.
Yeah, I remember seeing this movie in the theaters when it came out. It came out in 2005, I think.
Yeah, no, September the 9th. And they said the box office, $145.2 million. That's how many people come out to see that film. That much money.
Adjusted for today, it's probably 200 or 300 million. So
that's wild.
Yeah, I think we got some good performances in this movie too, like Laura and Lenny's performance.
Yeah, they did good.
Her performance as the skeptical lawyer, right? Who doesn't know if she believes in this stuff. That was interesting. I really like Jennifer Carpenter. I liked her from Dexter as well. If you guys have been watching Dexter. They're getting ready.
Quarantine too.
What is it?
Have you ever watched like Quarantine?
Yeah.
She was in that. That's a pretty good one.
She was in a movie with big guy. He was a wrestler and now he's a movie star called Faster. What was his name? She played a good role in that.
Was it The Rock or John
The
Cena?
Rock, yes. The Rock, yes.
Yeah, it took some good acting to do what she did. Like to even act possessed and make some of those faces she made and all that, right? That took some acting chops. The director, Scott Derrickson, he's made a lot of really famous horror films, as you alluded to, Jessica. Like Sinister is another one.
Sinister, let me see. I
think he did The Cabin in the Woods. I think he did that one too.
Yeah, Deliver Us from Evil, Sinister. That's ones that he's best known for. Doctor Strange, and of course this movie. Well, he must like horror.
Hmm. I think he did the Daredevil show too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was like the producer of that.
What movies did?
Next week when we do Midsummer, Ari Oster is the director of that. He's only done 2
Last
films.
recession, surfing the last frontier.
Yeah, Hereditary and Midsummer. Those are the only 2 films that guy's done so far. Talk about quite a debut. Did you see Hereditary too, Kyle? I know you like Midsummer.
Actually, I did not know that Ari Aster was the director of it, and my buddy told me to watch it. So I did. And like I said, sharp objects, not cool with them. So the scene in the attic, yeah, was not a fan of that at all, dude. Not at all. Because the way he directs, dude, is just so different. Like most horror films, you watch them, something scary pops up, and it's instantly gone right after it pops up. And this dude makes it a focal point that after it happens, to make whatever it is, no matter how menacing it is, he zooms in on that as close as he can to make it way worse on the viewer. And it's just, I don't know, it's a different kind of directing that you don't see often. So I don't know, it creeps me out.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting to talk about. It's so brightly lit and
So the whole movie's like daylight.
yeah. Now, guys, I'd say that's probably enough for today.
Did I do okay?
Yeah, you handled it pretty well, Jessica.
All right, Laura, because this is one of my biggest fears is doing this stuff right here.
I mean, we're a pretty easy bunch, so
Yeah,
no need to get nervous.
yeah, this is a big old fear of mine. Just like because you know how I hesitated on some of the words. That's why I hate reading in front of people. Because it's dumb words, simple words.
Yeah, you did fine.
How do I get this to you? How do I?
Just email that Word document to me as an attachment.
Okay.
Olivia, if you could send me your PowerPoint the other day too, that'd be great.
Okay, I got you.
Yes. And I'll get you guys your grades back soon. Both of you did pretty well though, so. Yes, that should be, like I said, next week. Midsummer was our first film. Halloween 3 is our second film next week. So I'm making you guys watch the only Halloween film that doesn't have Michael Myers in it. Right? It's rejected for that reason, but it's actually a really weird, messed up movie. So I'm definitely interested to talk about it.
I've never seen it, so I'm excited to watch it.
Oh, it's so messed up. And
I ain't gonna lie to you, I've never seen any of the Halloween films until the new one came out. I don't watch slashers. I've barely seen it. I've only seen like one of the I've seen the newest Friday the 13th, and I've seen this Halloween, and that's it.
yeah, back in the 80s, John Carpenter wanted to make Halloween kind of like how American Horror Story is today, where it's something different every year.
Yeah.
But the fans didn't want that. So that's why the movie kind of bombed. Well, guys, we'll see you next time then. So enjoy.
All right. See you later. I'm still here.